welcome to my channel. My name is Shawnee and we are Glitzy Stitches Home DIY. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Today, guys, what we're going to be doing is I have these gnome shoes forms that I made, and I will leave in my description box the entire tutorial of how I make my gnome shoes. Now guys, today we're doing trash to treasure gnome shoes. These came from a paper towel roll, and I have been putting these together for a couple of years now. And I'm going to actually leave the entire playlist of everything I do gnome in my description box. I put these together yesterday. Now what I have added is a little marble in the toe of my gnome shoe, just for some weight, guys. I generally do not do that, but for these I'm going to. I have a piece of paper towel. Now this isn't a full sheet, this is a half sheet of paper towel. What I'm going to do is I am going to fold it like so, take my scissors and simply cut it across, just like this. Okay, now I'm going to put my gnome shoe on it, figure out how much I want to leave to be able to tuck in the top of our shoe. So what I'm going to do, and nothing goes to waste here, guys, I'm going to go just like this, and I'm going to go right around, just like so, cut right across. It does not have to be perfect, guys. And we have a piece of felt. Using the same technique with our piece of felt, I'm going to fold it in half. Guys, this isn't big. It's just, let's see, 4 3/4 by 3 5/8. I'm just going to fold it, bring it up here, and again, we're just simply going to cut straight across. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my gnome shoe, I'm going to put some glue on the bottom, just like that. Want it nice and glued. These little scraps of felt come in so handy for this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had anything else to do with the piece of felt, and I would have probably just tossed it. Okay, so I'm going to go just like so. Now, I'm simply going to cut around this, and I'm going to leave about a 1/4 inch of an edge, guys, around the bottom of the gnome shoe. Does not have to be perfect. You just want to make sure you leave that 1/4 inch, just like that. Now we're going to go around and we're going to cut some slits. Just like this. This makes it easier to manipulate and glue up on our shoe. Just like that, guys. I'm going to take some hot glue. Simple, simple. And again, I'll have the full tutorial of how I make my entire gnome shoe out of the paper towel roll in my description box below. Does not have to be perfect. This part anyway. This is the first time I have ever attempted to make a gnome shoe with paper product, such as a paper towel. Not the base, but the actual outside decoration of the gnome shoe. And there we go, just like that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to run a bead of glue right up my shoe. And I use the Gorilla Glue hot glue, guys. I love it. Right there, nice and straight if you can. Just like with material, we're going to go around our shoe. The only thing I can say that may be more difficult with the paper is you may not be able to pick it up once you've laid your glue. That might be a little more difficult for you to do. Okay, going to go around the toe. This can also be done with the Dollar Tree baby shower trinkets, guys. Those shoes, those are becoming really hard to find. I've had a hard time finding them. So when I do, I pick those right up. There you go, just like so. Now we're coming to the back. Okay, now what we want to do for this back, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a cuff, guys. I'm going to fold this over, an inverted cuff. That's what I'm going to call that. I'm going to go ahead so we have that nice, clean, straight edge on our little shoe, just like that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run the glue up as close to the edge as possible. Just like that. We're going to bring this up, guys, and you want to make sure your placement's pretty good because, again, this is paper we're working with. Okay, now I want to go ahead and I want to cut the excess off, leaving enough to tuck. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit of the excess off there, about ½ inch. Let's see. Yep, about 3/4 of an inch actually. Okay, we're going to take a bit of hot glue, just like with any other shoe I make. We're going to tack it right here. We're going to bring the dimple in like so. Okay, just like that. All right, you want to bring, you can actually fold this because it's paper. You want to bring a little dot of hot glue right here. Bring either the right or left. It's up to you, your preference. I do the right side first. I'm going to be doing the left just like so. Okay. We want to take a wee dab of hot glue. You do not need much because remember, again, it's paper. Tuck, tuck, and tuck some more. And you want to be mindful of getting hot glue on your fingers because it will stick to your paper. So you may want to kind of pull that off in between. But there we go. So far, our gnome shoe with a paper towel that we would have thrown away. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Now I want to make the trim for the bottom of our shoe. Now guys, I want to make this out of paper towel too because this is a trash to treasure and I want to make it a true trash to treasure. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold in on each side of my leftover trim from the top of our shoe. And I think that's making really, really good use of what we have left over. Fold that right in. Okay. Now, want to take a dab of hot, and if you mess up, you have the leftover paper towel, guys, and you can just go back and redo it. Okay. And these gnome shoes are fun to make, guys. You don't need this, that, the other, this on top of that, or anything else. You just need a simple paper towel roll and a half sheet of paper towel. Now we're going to start back here, okay? Just like we would with material, guys. And you can even go over these and spray these with a protectant if you're worried about water. You can even put a Mod Podge on these, guys. You'd have to do it very carefully so your paper towel wouldn't shred. You would have to put quite an amount on your brush. But if you want to protect these, you definitely can. You can spray these with a shellac if you want, you know. Okay, next we're going to be using a scrap piece of yarn that I have. Show you guys about that in just 1 second. Now I'm just going to roll this over here right now. We have a piece that's sticking out, but that's okay. We're going to take care of it. And there we go. Guys, look at the trim. I think this is absolutely adorable. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to assemble this shoe. We're going to come back and we're going to decorate this. And I have a piece of yarn from a previous project last week. This is from the Dollar Tree. And I have a button, 2 buttons actually, that I took from, this was my sister-in-law's. I inherited these when she passed away. And we're going to be using 2 of these buttons today as well. Everything we use today will be trash to treasure. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a shoestring bow. Just like so. I want to show you guys though first. I want to show you how these shoes came out. These are absolutely adorable, guys. High end from a paper towel and paper towel roll. All scraps. These would have been tossed out. I absolutely adore these. Really happy with the way they came out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to make our shoestring bows. Little bows here. They don't have to be perfect. I like them to fit the size of the shoe, just like so. I'm going to take a wee dab of hot glue. We're going to try these buttons. Hopefully they look right. If they don't look right, we won't add them. We dab a hot glue right there, and things stick easy to this too because it's paper. Oh my goodness. You would never know that we just took a paper towel roll, made our base, which I will have that video, that full tutorial in the description box below. We made our base, came back with a half of a paper towel and made these gorgeous gnome shoes, guys. How cool is that? I've been thinking about this for a while, and the fact that it worked is awesome. Okay, here we go. Now let me see if we're going to want these buttons or not. You know what, guys? I don't think so. I think we're just going to go ahead and we're going to call these little recycled trash to treasure gnome shoes finished. They are absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, guys. And there we go. Our cost, $0. And if you like what you've seen today, go ahead and give me a great big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell next to your subscription and you'll be notified each time I upload new video. I can also be found on Instagram and Facebook at Glitzy Stitches Home DIY. Have a fabulous week, everyone. Bye.